I'm Janetta McCoy, and I'm the Graduate Director for the Interior Design Program at the Interdisciplinary Design Institute in Spokane. And the project that we have here is in conjunction with the city of Ritzville. We've been working with them for the last 2 years, working on trying to understand how we can support their need for economic development through the built environment. And so the first time we got involved, the interdisciplinary studio tackled the problem of the old high school. What could we do with the old high school that would preserve the school, plus be an economic benefit to the community? And our students had 4 great ideas. One was Ritz Cracker Factory, because that's where Ritz flour comes from. One was a microbrewery, because they use wheat to make beer. Another was a community conference center. And the third one was a school for the preservation arts that would use the buildings, the historic buildings downtown in Ritzville, as the laboratory for learning how to preserve historic buildings. Well, now, this was an idea that had been incubating with them for a while, but we've taken it on as a real project. And from the students' project, we did tackle, and CTAD supported through a grant, doing a feasibility study. Could we do this kind of school in this town? And yes, we can do that kind of school in this town. And we're working now trying to figure out how to do it. The how is substantial, and Ann Olson here has certainly gotten more funding for us to start that planning and marketing process as well. So it's a fantastic, it's a 2-year relationship that's been really beneficial to both of us.
How did you get hooked up for this partnership?
We had a meeting with Nancy Blossom, the first meeting that you attended, with our guy Joe Tortorelli, who'd been working with the PDA in Ritzville, and he put that meeting together. And Ann has been involved in this real deeply. She's been the driving force in Ritzville, and Janetta McCoy has been the driving force from WSU. And we're grateful to have them both working on this project. There's a huge need for historic preservation and the preservation trades education in the West. We're just now realizing what they've been doing for 200 years in the East, in Philadelphia, in New York, in Washington, D.C. And there are schools in the East, but there's nothing in the West. And with CTED's money, their grant money, and WSU's help, we've availed ourselves as the experts in preservation arts education in the Northwest. Now we need to put a school together so that the trades can come back and learn what their fathers knew. Ann?
This has been a passion of mine for several years. It's something that without WSU's partnership we would not be able to have come as far as we have, and we really appreciate their outreach to the rural communities. It's been great for us, and we hope that they've benefited in some way as well.
What are we referring to when we refer to preservation arts?
It's a wide range of skills, from masonry, actual creation of mortar through limestone. They are traditional building skills that have been lost over the years. Dry stone masonry, whether you're repairing tin ceilings, leaded windows, wooden windows. It's a variety of skills that can be taught or need to be taught. A lot of rural communities in eastern Washington have a large stock of historic buildings that are in need of repair. Historic preservation is very trendy right now, and there's a lot of what I call sexy projects in the larger communities, and it's been difficult for small towns to get people to come in and work on those old buildings. As anybody knows, doing any kind of home improvement, they're never easy. Well, if you consider a home improvement on a 100-year-old building, that you don't know what's behind that lath and plaster, and you don't know the types of building techniques that were used 100 years ago, it's not a project that I would undertake lightly. So we want to teach teach hands-on. A lot of universities have historic preservation degrees, but they're more theory. We would like to be able to teach the actual hands-on bricks and mortar, if you will, teaching. It's better than a minimum wage job, and it's a trade that has been neglected in this country.
I was thinking it would open up new opportunities for young people to learn these skills.
Yes, and create a passion for preservation. Our small communities, tourism is pretty much what we have to offer right now. And in order to offer that to the travelers, we've got to preserve our buildings. And Ritzville has a lovely downtown, historic downtown that is on the National Register, and we would like to invite people to come and see it, but we got to keep it in good shape.